Good morning, Frugalistas and Dumpsterinos. Taking my morning walk, and I'm walking by the river, and a lot of people have asked how we did with Hurricane Ida and the flooding and all. So I'll show you. We did fine. Our yard flooded more than it's ever flooded before, interestingly, but nothing came into the basement, so we were okay. But yes, the river, it's the Delaware River. Da, 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 da. That's Pennsylvania on the other side. The Delaware River is the border between New Jersey and Pennsylvania, where we are. And the river looks a lot better today. You can see, I think, that there's a lot of, you can see all that, there's wood and stuff floating along. Yesterday, the river was totally brown. It was all churned up with mud and so forth. But it did overflow quite a bit, and you can see on the grass here in this little park, I'll show you, there's a line of sticks and debris from the, the water line of how far it came up when it flooded, and then there's all sorts of water bottles and garbage and crap that also is now up here, which to me is good because I can get a garbage bag and come back and pick all that garbage up as opposed to just having it float by in the river, because I hate garbage in the river. I hate garbage anywhere. I don't even understand why people in this decade, in this century, just toss water bottles wherever. Plastic. Like, I grew up in the 60s, and I remember driving, being stuck in traffic on the Long Island Expressway, driving out to the beach, and people back in the 60s and early 70s just throwing garbage out the windows of their cars onto the side of the highway, which were just strewn with litter. And even then I knew that's wrong. We're not supposed to litter like that. And that was even before the Crying Indian commercial, the Crying Native American, which obviously touched us all. Like, we've known for a long time not to litter. So I really don't understand how people get off now just like tossing their trash wherever. It irritates me a lot. But anyway, I'll show you, but it's not that exciting now. Well, you know what? We did have tornadoes sighted in the area, and I saw one. There was one that, where's the bridge? See the bridge? The Burlington-Bristol Bridge? A tornado went right over that. It's on the internet. And it came in front of our house, and there was like a big water plume going up into the air where the tornado is like sucking the water up. Frugal Daddy, I think, got pictures of that. I'm not sure. It's the type of thing where you see it and you run to get your camera and then it stops just as you can finally get your camera on. So, yeah, it was an exciting little bit of Ida we got. The river's kind of at low tide now. This end of the Delaware River is a tidal estuary. So yeah, it's a river with tides, which is really weird. And they come up a lot, and it's quite low now. I'll show you. So here's looking down at the river, and when it's really, really low tide, there's a little bit of a rocky shore over there. We just have a tiny bit of it now. And we have all these sticks and crap just floating by. And there was a lot more yesterday. Just logs and so forth just floating by. Actually, I don't know if the tide's coming in or going out right now. It's sort of in between. It's pretty low, actually. It might be coming in. But yeah, I mean, that's not exciting. But there's the bridge that a tornado went right over, which is pretty cool. We don't usually get tornadoes in New Jersey. Anywho, here's the line, oh crap, as far as it came up. This is actually a pretty steep little hill here, so that's as far as it went. And there's all sorts of garbage in there that's now washed up. I think you just need to get a snow shovel or something, and this is kind of what we have in our yard. I'll show you how far it went. So it's a line of crap that goes all the way up the river, and farther back, it's hard to see as I film into the sun, but farther back where you don't have this little hillock I call it, the like our house that doesn't have a little hill in front of it, and then the one right across the street from us to the side, like the road was totally flooded is what I'm saying. The water line's way past the road up into the yards. But here where there's a hill, it didn't obviously climb up the hill and go over the road. At this point, that's my shadow. So yeah, and luckily our basement did not flood. We have a sump pump and we were ready to use it. It did flood during Hurricane Sandy, which I think is why we got this sump pump. And our yard didn't flood as much at all with Hurricane Sandy. What is that attractive early morning noise? Ay. So, yep, line of crap. So here, looking down, looking back, that's pretty typical. Bottles. I mean, that's got to be from boaters, right? Like you're out on the boat drinking and you just toss your freaking bottle into the river? I just don't get that. Look at, oh my God, look at that tree root. That's a giant tree root that came unearthed and floated down the river and is sort of wedged there between the wall and this thing, whatever that is. So my understanding is the subway tunnels in New York City were just completely flooded. Just a lot of crap floating down the river now. So I can see up there we have some more plastic bottles and crap. I mean, you can tell here when you look, there's everything floating past, just looking at this, whatever this thing is, this bulkhead thing by the river, how much stuff just got deposited up here. And when the river is high, it usually comes close to this, but maybe a foot down from it. I mean, it never comes up over that, but it did. Look at that wood just wedged in there. There was actually a dead deer floating past, which was sad and kind of gross. But yesterday and today, beautiful, beautiful clear days. I mean, it finally feels like autumn is on its way in the morning, because it's actually kind of cold right now. It's breezy. It's just beautiful. The air is clear, so much better than the heat and humidity we've been having. So Ida cleared all that out for us. But these are big chunks of wood floating down the river. Like, just look at all that floating by. It's been going on for 2 days. So, look at that. That is a big chunk of wood that's just gotten wedged up here. Look at that. Oh, that's quite a bit of a tree, isn't it? Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. And just a little piece of it got stuck in the fence, and here it shall remain. Here goes a nice big soda bottle floating by. Oh, look at all this crap up here. This just irks the living shit out of me. All this garbage. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how much is still there. I guess it floated down from upstream. That didn't even make it over the bank. But just look at that. People and their stupid freaking beverages. In my day, when you were a kid and you went somewhere, you just had to deal with being thirsty. There's no water bottles. So look, this is this water line. You just see a lot of sticks and crap and debris and garbage. Bottle caps, pieces of plastic, little floaty boaty things, snack shit, plastic shit. Shit. Is that a sock? I think it is. Someone lost their sock. Plastic. Oh, there's another sock. Hey, if you want your pair of socks back. That's just bizarre. It's just a nice woman's. There you go. Pair of socks. Do you think I should take these? They don't even look that dirty. I could wash those. And Christmas present. New pads. All right. That's weird, but I'm taking them. I mean, wouldn't you? There's nothing really wrong with them. Now look at this mess. This is pretty typical. So we have this high water mark where all this debris has settled, and there's a lot of plastic. You can see why there's a giant continent floating in the Pacific of plastic bottles and other plastic trash all just globbed together. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I know it sounds horrible to say it because I enjoy living, but honestly, human beings have been absolutely terrible for the health of this planet. The planet would be better off without us. That's the simple truth. It's ridiculous. We suck. Oh my God, I just sneezed twice and peed myself. Luckily, I'm almost home. Hey, it's reality. Everybody wants reality TV. I wonder if Kim Kardashian ever sneezes and pisses herself. Okay, now this is my yard. So it was flooded. And it's not the first time it's flooded, but usually it doesn't flood past that big tree. And apparently this little swing was underwater. And the yard was flooded, la-da-da-da. But this time, it's never come to the flagpole before, and this time, it's closer to the house than the flagpole. See? Very close to the house. Basement didn't get wet, though. In Hurricane Sandy, it flooded almost to the flagpole, and we did get a wet basement. But not this time, luckily. But look, there's a lot of crap here. We need to sweep, shovel, pick up with little bits of trash and crap. We didn't lose electricity or anything. And somewhere out there, a tornado caused a water spout. So there you go. These are crooked. Look fashionable. I wonder if Kim Kardashian ever puts her sunglasses crooked. So anyway, that's what Ida did to us. I'm gonna go inside now and change into clothes that I have not pissed in yet today. I've got my new socks ready to bleach and clean. Yeah. And that's that. We'll see you guys later with some more frugal stuff and some more dumpster diving stuff and all that kind of stuff. I hope you guys are doing well. Here, let me show you a couple things Frugal Daddy just found picking through people's trash. These are Rachel Ray plates and bowls. This is bonus material. This is a really good sized bowl. You could fit a full pint of ice cream in there, no problem. And then these earthen-toned plates and things and that. And this microwavable thing. So there's your bonus material besides socks. Okay, have a good day. Liesl.